Hey everybody, this is Doing Lines. This is the sports betting podcast where we and our friends bet on all of the not sports and some of the sports-ish sports of sports. I keep saying sports. It's only been football the entire time. We even took the entire offseason off. I'm your host, Kyle Ayers. This is with my co-host, Austin Huff.
I think we tied baseball into a bet at one point. So that I think
we did, and then no one
counts.
bet on that one.
Oh, yeah.
We just came up with a long, convoluted bet about like Manny Ramirez's cousins or something, and no one even bet on it.
But it still counts. That still counts as us being able to claim all sports.
You know what I forgot to actually end up doing here with Austin was tallying where you and I are at for our totals. Do you remember where we landed going into last? Oh, never mind. I have it all pulled up right here. Do a quick score recap from Week 10, NFL Week 10. Mike Camerlingo was on here last week. Mm-hmm. Austin, you made $800 last week.
Not to brag, dude. Not to brag.
Mike made $950.
Okay, that's better than me.
And I made $1,300.
I hate you.
It was my biggest week in a long time, which brings my total up to $2,500. Hey, and you're up to $700.
I'm in the green again. I was in the red last week.
You're up in the green.
It was a bad week. The lock of the week got me, where you win double the winnings and lose triple the losses.
Yeah, I mean we both made a decent amount. The only one where you and I varied last week was Zach Wilson passing for over 233.6 yards, which he did do. So that was the difference maker between you and I. And that's not going to work for me in the long run. You can't ride the Zach Wilson over. Ride the Zach Wilson over 40 is a phrase that I'm sure you could Google.
You definitely could ride that. Yeah. If you took the over-under of age of the woman he's probably seeing right now, I always hammer that over.
So I have a new thing that I want to introduce here in the middle of a season, in the middle of a second season. This is going to be Kyle's bad beat of the week. What was this? We'll highlight the one bet last week that should have hit, that did not hit, or that did hit, that shouldn't have hit.
I love
last week. I have to put my bad beat of the week is the Zach Wilson yardage over. So we had some bets on the Bills yardage. We had some bets on scoring drive plays in the Packers-Steelers game, which were every drive in that whole game was like 80 plays. The Ave to Neff bet, which we'll never revisit. Will Levis's quarterback rating. There were no trick plays last week as far as touchdown passes. So the bad beat has to be Zach Wilson. 233.6 yards passing because his last name is Wilson, and so is the volleyball from Castaway, which made $233 million at the box office. They didn't score touchdowns, but he had a lot of passing yards. He had 263.
That's crazy. That is especially for an offense. For an offense, trust me, as a fan of a team that struggles with their offensive line play, as a team with a bad offensive line, that's a lot of passing yards.
The Jets offense is so bad you pronounce it offense. Like that's how bad they are when they have the ball. And they for some reason think they have two good players that they avoid giving the ball to. They're like, "Oh, Garrett Wilson, go be a decoy, and Breece Hall block."
Yeah, the Jets offense is so bad, it's Aaron Rodgers' medical advice.
I think I heard someone say about Aaron Rodgers, they were like, "Hey, man, I bet you are pretty smart, but I don't think you know anything that no one else knows."
Also, wait, didn't I win my bet for will a bottle of tequila fall out of a gray box that Aaron Rodgers is carrying on the sideline?
No, I did. I think we had that over-under times we learned that something's not a bong. Who are you as a human being if you're on the sidelines of an NFL game and something falls and breaks and everyone's like, that's probably a bong?
I love that. Yeah, that's the way like just society thinks. Like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is so weird. He probably has a bong on the sidelines.
Even Laramie Tunsil was like, nah, it's not.
Yeah.
That guy knows about falling because of weed. So that was my bad beat of the week is that Zach Wilson bet. It was a good line. We didn't last week wasn't our best line making. We were off by a lot on a few of them, but that one was pretty good, and I couldn't believe 233.6 is well above his average for the year, which is sad, but it is.
Yeah.
This week, like I said, we're going into this week. I have a pretty substantial lead, $2,500 to $700.
All right. All right. Yeah, you do. All right. Yeah, the Chiefs are also better than the Titans. You want to rub that in my face?
I would say
as
about
well?
25 to 7 times better. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to tell as a Chiefs fan, but this is an exhausting media cycle right now for the Chiefs and the Eagles. Like, this is really going to be, I think, especially because if it was Thursday night, it might even be worse because they'll talk about it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But because it's Monday, it's just going to be Monday's television is going to be unwatchable.
Monday's television is going to be maybe 45% recap of Sunday's games and 55.
Damar Hamlin could die again, and they might not bring it up.
Damar Hamlin, last week, was it true that he was the 12th man on the field on that final play? That's what people are saying. I don't know.
I'm not.
I didn't know if that was just a meme or what, but
I think you might be thinking of the Sixth Man, the basketball movie about the ghost that helps them to win.
That's a solid reference. That is a solid reference. No,
it's actually not. It's transparent.
Damn it! I hate you.
More of a phase on. More of a. I don't know. Do you think the NFL, in their heart of hearts, wishes he was better at football because he died?
Yes. Yeah.
And they could
Did you see how much the NFL cashed in on?
Who do you think is going to win? He's going to win Comeback Player of the Year. Like Alex Smith almost died and won Comeback Player of the Year, but he was a quarterback that's better. You know what I mean? Damar Hamlin came back to get torched. They literally. I think he'll probably win the Comeback Player of the Year because he was dead for 10 seconds.
Ryan Tannehill won Comeback Player of the Year for being benched. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Damar Hamlin is a lock for Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah, he is. If not, they're going to have to, arrest or cardiac arrest whoever doesn't give him that award. We have a
yeah, damn it. I love I do love real quick. I do love the fact that as a Chiefs fan, you're like, yeah, this media cycle is exhausting.
I'm not even exhausted by Taylor Swift stuff. I'm not exhausted by any of the content of it. I just can't believe it's come to a culmination of them playing the Eagles.
I know. Yeah, right. Also, can I ask you a question? Because you might be able to tell me this answer.
Sure.
Do the Chiefs ever play on the road? I feel
they lost a home game to Germany.
Every game I feel like that they win, they every big game, I guess I should say, like every primetime game is at home because I think they play the Bengals and Bills later on this season, both of which are at home.
They still have a Raiders road, a Patriots road, a Packers road.
Yeah, all those teams suck.
The Chiefs' schedule this year lined up more favorably.
Yeah,
but they're still first place schedule.
Yeah. No. I know the schedule's very tough. And you do have to go through all the teams. But I guess were the Jaguars on the road?
Yeah, because it was 250 degrees that game.
Yeah. Okay. So it
but
just feels like
their first game was
every
at home, and then Bears was on the road. But does that count? No, it wasn't. That was in Kansas City. Jets was on the road.
It
Vikings
just feels
was
like
on the road.
The NFL saw this Taylor Swift saga coming, and they're like, we're giving every game.
Well, that's what's so wild about it is the schedule isn't made. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's like a robot picks who's going to play where, but it just really sometimes it lines up like this. But they're into the year. They got Chargers road, Bengals and Raiders road, Patriots road, Bills.
Wait, so Bengals is on the road?
No, Bengals is a home game.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. See,
that's
all of
New Year's Eve home game.
All of the first place games that they have against the former division winners, it just feels.
But they did lose the
Dolphins
home game, which I thought was tough, because that was supposed to be at Arrowhead, and they had to go play in Germany. And
so that was a home game for the.
That was a home game. They're supposed to have 9 this year because the 17 games.
Yeah,
they're the only team with 8 home games.
The Titans home game was in London this year. Yeah,
sure.
It kind of sucks because it's like the Titans play great at home and they play terrible on the road. So that was like taking a win away from the Titans in a sense.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure that'll be the difference maker. Well, let's get into this week. We got a great guest, Noah Gardenswartz, hilarious comedian. We'll talk all about him here. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy. Our guest this week is a very funny stand-up comedian, a great comedy writer, as well as maybe knows more about sports betting than any comedian I know, which means he's probably ill-suited for this show. He has a new special out called Sweatpants in Perpetuity on YouTube. Please give it up for Noah Gardenswartz. Noah, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Just because I know about sports betting doesn't mean I'm good at it.
Yeah, I think you might quit sports betting after this podcast. You'll be like, that's it. I'm done. I don't know. I don't know.
Or do I bring this format to JB Smoove and Caesars?
Yeah, I mean, just tell him it's called Doing Lines and see if he takes the meeting.
I'm sure there'll be some people in Vegas that will be into that.
Yes.
So we keep it pretty simple with everything here. Like I told you, as Austin always says, everyone who does a podcast on a Wednesday afternoon is a person of means. They do not need any of the money that they bet. It is okay if they lose. So we're actually playing for charity every single week. Is there an important charity you'd like to wager your $1,000 for?
Yeah, it's actually, I'm glad you asked. It's near and dear to my heart. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now and a lot of causes that are in need. But I would like to play today for the Learn How to Chew with Your Mouth Closed charity. It's a really important cause. I feel like when I go out in public, I just see too many people that still don't know how to chew correctly. And I really love this charity because they spread awareness throughout the world for people not to eat like a goddamn animal.
Yeah.
This might be the most important thing we've played for.
It might be. And it's something that really truly affects almost everyone.
Everyone across the board.
With Thanksgiving coming up, this might be a very important one to send my dad.
Exactly. So I understand we've got $1,000. I've got my calculator out to do the math, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I know my dad he has 12 brothers and sisters in his family, and he eats like that. I don't know if he's constantly eating like there is just not quite enough food.
Correct. Yes, that makes perfect sense. My father is one of 6, and he was actually the one who was the root cause of me being so passionate about this charity as well. So thank you to our both fathers and big families.
We'll place we'll let you know what the 6 bets are, and then you can put your $1,000 across. However many of them, we ask that you just bet on at least 2. You're allowed to do a parlay. We don't know what that is, but you are allowed to do it. It's how Jamel Johnson got into first place. I don't know if we do math right, but you're allowed and then you do have to have one bet that is your lock, and your lock of the week is double the winnings or triple the losses.
Okay.
If it doesn't hit.
Sure, that doesn't seem fair, but I got it.
It's not. It couldn't be. If you think that's unfair, wait till you hear these bets.
Yeah, that's why the house always wins,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or for us, we say the apartment always wins.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get you a house. So.
Yeah. I'm hoping if this goes well, the duplex sometimes ties.
Yeah, you should have seen where Kyle was living last season.
All right, I'll lay mine out, and then I'll let Austin lay his out. I'm a Chiefs fan. The Chiefs, the Broncos are on like a crazy roll. Actually, this is
been fun.
You might have half as many wins as Russell Wilson has bathrooms in his house by the end of this season,
folks.
Which is actually saying a lot about the season. You know what I mean? That's like an 8-win season.
That'll get you into the playoffs for sure.
ESPN and Us Weekly, I see. Okay.
I always thought it was so crazy when he wanted an office and everyone was mean to him about that. I'm like, give every quarterback an office. It's the most important job in the world.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyways,
I think we can all agree quarterback is the most important job in the world. Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly the only one whose Instagram comments don't make me crazy. I mean, anyway, here we go. So I'm thinking about the Broncos game here. Who the Broncos play this week? I didn't even write it down.
We have the Sunday night game against Minnesota. We're playing.
That's
Josh
right.
Dobbs.
That's
Honestly,
right.
if there's only one player in the NFL I don't want to root against right now, it's Josh Dobbs. So I don't feel great about this, but go for it. What's the bet?
So these are 2 teams that started 1-4 and are now playoff hunt teams. They have turned it around completely, and whether it's Russell Wilson or Josh Dobbs, these guys, they've revamped. Both started 1-4. Here's my bet. Yes or no, both quarterbacks will throw between 1 and 4 touchdowns.
Ooh.
So think about that one. 0 means you lose. 5 means you lose. 1, 2, 3, 4 counts. So there's my first bet.
Just to be perfectly clear, it's cumulative. Josh Dobbs and Russell Wilson's touchdowns added together will be between 1 and 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so 2 each, 1 and 3, but not 2 and 3, and not 0 and 0, which was feasible for a little bit of the season. I just next bet. This is the Chiefs play the Eagles on Monday Night Football. I don't know if you guys notice, but there might be a storyline the NFL is going to ram down your throat, or 12. I've never in my life seen the NFL more excited to. This is going to be so upsetting. It's going to be so annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what it is, and it is so annoying, but it's also why my wife and I are finally watching similar things on Instagram.
Oh, I don't even just mean Taylor. I'm talking the amount of storylines the NFL will fabricate. This is a Super Bowl rematch with brothers and the mom and Taylor Swift and on Monday Night Football and first place in the AFC and NFC.
And she changed the lyrics in Argentina.
Here we go. I have over or under. At any point in the Chiefs-Eagles game, do we go 3.5 drives without them mentioning the Kelsey brothers' relationship or Taylor Swift?
All right. I don't even need to know the other 4 bets to know that this is my lock of the week, but go on.
3.5 drives where they don't mention brothers, family, or Taylor Swift. And my final bet, this is called Bailey Bets. My girlfriend Bailey, who's right over here, I told her every single matchup's cities, and she picked every single game based on the city. Over under 7.5 correct. I'm not going to tell you what she picked.
I love that.
Jeez.
So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 games.
But can I just 14. Ask a quick follow-up?
Sure.
Yeah.
When you're talking about city matchup, was she choosing the winner based on the better city, or like which city would win in a fight?
Yeah.
Oh no,
just
I would just said who's going to win, Cincinnati or Baltimore, and she just picked. No other information.
And the answer is everyone loses between Cincinnati on a city level.
That's a Thursday. Anytime the Thursday night game is a good matchup, I just think someone's going to get a career-ending injury.
Yeah.
It's either like a trash can game or something happens that is awful. Like the Chiefs lose to Detroit, something irredeemable.
Do you think they'll bring Jason Kelsey into the booth for an entire quarter and interview him during this game, or is that just reserved for Panthers, Bears?
Are you talking
games?
about World's Sexiest Man Alive finalist?
Yeah,
Jason Kelsey?
Right.
So over under 7.5 correct picks for Bailey based on you don't actually get to know what she picked.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
All right.
What do you got?
My bets this week. This first bet I have aptly titled the Will Austin Be Sad This Week bet.
Over.
I am, unfortunately, a Titans fan. So this is essentially a yes or no bet, but the yes and no are rooted in a question. Through 10 weeks, Kyle's Chiefs have only allowed 12 total sacks all year. The Bills have only allowed 13 sacks total, and the Titans have allowed 14 at the left tackle position alone. So total.
Wait, I'm sorry. Your left tackle has given up 14 sacks.
The position, yes, it's been a rotating.
Yeah, that's what I took from that.
Yeah, it's obviously not one single guy. It is.
Well, of course, it's been rotating. He's chasing the guy running around it.
So total, the Titans have allowed the 4th most sacks in the league. Surprisingly, I think I think 5th most is the left tackle position alone. Does the Titans D line record more sacks than the left tackle position gives up? So do the Titans record more sacks? If they do, I will be happy.
They're playing the Jaguars?
They're playing the Jaguars. Now, the Titans rank 18th in the league in sacks, and the Jaguars are tied for 19th with sacks allowed.
And they've got that
just
good,
to give you a little information
that
there.
D-end guy who, what is his name? Hutchinson? No, that's Detroit.
No, that's Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
The guy they picked right after Hutchinson who hasn't quite figured it out yet. What is his name?
For the
He's
Titans?
going to figure it out this week.
Yeah, this week he's not playing anybody. They call this a get it right on the left game.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Okay, so that's Will Austin. So you will be sad if you give up more sacks than you get.
Correct. Yeah.
Can I ask
so
you,
will I be sad or not?
Is there a caveat to this bet? Like, every once in a while, like last week we had the blue collar teams tied, everyone won triple money. Is there a caveat to this bet where if you're just sad anyways, we all win?
Odds are I probably will be sad anyway. So yeah, we can all all chalk that up as just a free win for all of us.
Great.
Okay. The free money bet.
Yeah, right. This is like one of those like vouchers, like, you place $5, I'll give you $200 in
You
bonus
have to
bets.
withdraw
Okay.
within 196 hours or it expires.
Yeah, it's like the $5 Super Bowl bet. Will there be a kickoff?
Yeah.
Right.
Over under
yes.
0.5 passing yards.
Yeah.
My next bet is all about hosting Thanksgiving. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Thanksgiving next week. And the Cowboys, Lions, and Seahawks all host Thanksgiving games next week, meaning they need to start getting ready and, make sure they don't have a mess to pick up. When you're hosting Thanksgiving, there's all that nervousness, all that pressure of making sure that the house is in order and you just don't have a whole lot to do the week of. So each of these teams are playing extremely winnable games. The Cowboys are at the Panthers. The Lions host
the
the Bears.
Cowboys aren't hosting the Thanksgiving game?
Sorry. This is this week. This is this
okay.
Sunday.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Generally, the Cowboys just go to some other land and take that to host Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys are at the Panthers this week. The Lions host the Bears, and the Seahawks are at the Rams. So I want to know, do these guys have a mess to clean up to get ready to host on Thursday? Do these teams have a winning record in these games? So of the three games, 2-1. Do those teams go 2-1 of those three games? The Cowboys, Lions, and Seahawks.
Okay.
And then lastly, my pop culture bet of the week.
I like that is such a long walk to just do these teams win.
Yeah.
You got to dress it up.
He took us through a whole diatribe about Thanksgiving just to talk about the games not even being played on Thanksgiving.
And just doing a bet that like Noah could just walk down the street and make this bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we call turkey dressing, guys. The pop culture bet of the week this week: the Bills fired Ken Dorsey. Yeah, that'll do it. I'll say that'll do the trick. So I'm going to call this my I'm Just Ken bet. And, Ken famously in the Barbie movie sings, it doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'm always number two. No one knows how hard I tried. Oh. Because I'm just Ken. Anywhere else, I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility? I'm just Ken. So was the problems for the Bills just Ken?
I wish you would give a little bit more build-up before these bets.
No. Imagine what Kyle has to put up with literally every single week.
One time
and
Austin didn't do any
these are
build-up,
pretty
and
short.
the whole podcast was one reel.
Honestly, though, I'm glad you at least tied into Ken's Barbie, because when you said Ken Dorsey was the pop culture pick of the week, I was like, what pop culture sites are you following? Ken Dorsey's not quite on the national radar. But.
Right. So the Ken doll was released on March 11th, 1961.
Oh, there's more. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the bet's going to end up being like, does DeAndre Hopkins have 72 yards?
Okay. All right.
It's pretty close. 311. Never forget. Do the Bills score over or under 31.1 points this week?
This is just an over/under points bet.
Wait, against who? Against who?
The Bills played the
Jets.
Jets. So the Jets, obviously, very good defense. I think they have the sixth best defense in the league.
Yeah.
The Bills averaged 26.2 points per game. But was the problem Ken or not? We'll find out this Sunday. Over under 31.1 points.
Yeah, to fully work the numbers on this one, I need you to read the Ken lyrics again.
I think we all know what broke the Bills, and I think it was a 13-second drive 21 months ago that ruined a franchise.
Yeah. And then Ken Dorsey breaking that iPad, too. Obviously, I don't think helped.
Do you think it hurt the Bills even more that the Chiefs just went and lost the next week? And so they had that the most insane football game I've ever seen in my life. And then they just haven't been right.
I was listening to a national sports talk radio show this week, and they were talking about how the Bills, Josh Allen was 13 seconds away from a Super Bowl. And I was like, No, people forget that was just the divisional round.
Yeah.
Like that was not
The Chiefs
even the
lost
AFC
that overtime game
championship.
the next week to the Bengals.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a quick question. As I'm reviewing the 6 potential bets with your pre-Thanksgiving extravaganza, when you say they need to be 2-1 or better, that has nothing to do with the spread. We're just talking a straight up money line win.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Although maybe I should throw in the spread. Should I throw in the spread
I've
there?
seen the way you operate.
No, Austin, because the spread would make too much sense on a Thanksgiving Day bet. That's why you're not going to have it.
Yeah. Now that he says spread, I'm like, ooh, rolls.
All right. Do you guys share your bets on each other's, or is it just?
We'll do that afterwards. You just do yours, and we'll let
Yeah.
you go, so you don't have to listen to us.
All right.
And then we can hang up with you and make fun of you behind your back.
Great. I think I'm ready to go.
All right. What do you got?
Okay. Of the 6, I will be placing 4 bets. I'm not touching will Austin be sad because there's too many variables. I know he says it's based on sacks, but we all know there's a lot more going on.
Yeah.
Well, Austin's
I
is
just had
the
a
sad sack, so.
I just had a second kid. You know, there's all that stress and drama that's tied into that.
I got 2 of my own, so yeah, the answer is you're going to be sad or at least tired. I'm not going to touch Bailey's city picks because I don't know Bailey, although I'm sure she's wonderful, and I also don't know the criteria of how she chose the cities. So as a bettor, I don't want to take anything where I don't know the rules of the game we're playing.
Sure.
You can tell he's a bettor just based off of these answers.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to go $300 on the under that the Bills will not score over 31.1 points. I'm going to take the under on that because the Jets have a good defense. I'm going to put another $200 on Wilson Dobbs that they will fit within the 1 to 4 touchdowns. I can see 2 touchdown passes from each of them. And the fact that Dobbs has proven to be so mobile. I think that really cuts down on the threat of him like throwing for 3 or 4. And I think Wilson gets 1 or 2. So
yeah.
Now I would like to take the remaining $500, and I don't know how you guys multiply this, but I'm going for Jamel Johnson's title. I want to make a lock of the week parlay with the $500. And I'm going to say over on 3.5 drives without mentioning anything Kelsey, Taylor Swift, family, brother related. As a matter of fact, I think you're very generous with that line. I don't think there's a way they go more than 2 drives without mentioning it, but I'll certainly wait. So I'm going to say under then. I think they will not go more than 3.5 drives without mentioning.
I think the only thing I really thought of that could do this in is a couple of quick turnovers.
Even then, they'll be like,
these are not quick teams.
Yeah.
The Eagles do nothing quickly.
Well, and a shot to the booth with Taylor, because Taylor's bringing her parents this week. I don't know if you guys saw that headline.
Yeah,
Taylor's bringing her parents.
Wait, really? I did not know that.
They make it 3.5 drives. And even in the case of turnovers, they'll do some stupid wordplay where they'll be like, well, with that fumble, what was impressive is how Taylor didn't fumble the new lyrics when she mentioned Travis Kelce. And
this feels like a although what did we had a bet about German graphics for the Germany game between the Chiefs and Miami, and they didn't show a single German graphic. They showed 0.
True.
So, but this is not on the NFL Network. This is Monday Night Football. ESPN is cheesy. The NFL
ESPN
Network is like
is,
straight professional. We are not here to like have a dancing lederhosen Andy Reid.
ESPN is like your mom who like tries to fit in with the current lingo of the high school. I'm not like regular moms. I'm a cool mom. That's ESPN like trying to fit into the narrative at large. So
I want to parlay that with the pre-Thanksgiving Bowl teams will be 2-1 or better. I think they will have a winning record.
Okay.
So to be clear,
I think that's probably like a lock plus a 1.5 times multiplier on top of the double.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know how you're going to work it. Typically a 2-team parlay, you get like 1.6 on your bet.
Okay, we'll do that. Plus, it's a lock, so it's already a double on top of it. Yeah, this could
And
definitely vault you up
Basically,
there.
just do what you got to do to put me in first place over Jamel.
I'll put you up by $1.
I mean, listen, we're playing for people to learn how to chew with their mouths closed.
It is an important cause.
You're right.
Doing jaw-dropping work. Kyle, the 3.5 drives, is that that's not in a row, right? That can just be
Right.
3.5 total in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And by the way, I'm sorry I misspoke. Not 1.6. I think it's a 2.6 multiplier on 2-team parlay.
I got the Wikipedia for parlays.
By the time
asking me
he
to go-
leaves, it's gonna be a 4.6 parlay multiplier on the parlay.
I'm wondering who could. Dallas probably gonna win. The Lions. Yeah, I got to look at this. Well, hey, Noah, thank you. I mean, you got a good potential to really jut out in front of him, and Kyle Brandt, I think, is in second place. It feels like pretty doable here to take the title down.
All right. Well,
Or to be so far in last place.
yeah, I mean, I'm really putting it out there. But, just text me on Monday or Tuesday next week and let me know how I did.
I will. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, this was a pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Noah.
All right, bye.
All right. Big thanks to Noah once again. He is so funny. If you're
Yeah.
go find any comedy he's ever done, he's one of the funniest stand-ups that I know. He is so funny. Like,
And
go
you
watch
know
his
a
special.
lot-
Go check it all
you-
out.
You know a lot of stand-ups. So
11.
That's high praise. Yeah, that's a starting offense.
I'm gonna go a little bit off the cuff here with my bets. I'm also. I think I'm gonna sit. I can't bet on the Bailey picks because I have the key. I'm gonna say $200 as well that we go between 1 and 4 touchdowns. I'm going to say $300 on Austin being sad. I'm going to say 250 on Dallas Lions, Seattle, 2 of them winning. Okay, so it's 2. So I got 250 left. 150 Bills under, and $100 that there are. No, I'm going to take the under. I don't think we're going to go that often without them mentioning it in some way. So I'll go $100 on the under on the Chiefs drives.
I am. Oh man, I really want to do the Bailey, just because I
mean, otherwise I did all this work for nothing.
I know.
I'll show it to you real quick. Will that help?
Oh, screenshot. Okay.
Tell you what, I'll let you ask me one game.
One game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna go. Los Angeles, Green Bay.
She picked Los Angeles.
Okay. All right. Gives me some intel.
There you
That
go.
gives me some intel.
She actually
All
picked
right.
Los Angeles in all 15 games.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't think I've ever done this in all of our weeks of doing this podcast, but
Oh, and I forgot. So before we go, I put my lock on the Thanksgiving. Okay.
oh yeah,
Go on.
I need to do my lock. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go yes on the one in between 1 to 4 touchdowns. Dobbs, Russell Wilson. Do you know Josh Dobbs has alopecia and he's an aerospace engineer? People don't talk about it
I knew he
enough.
was involved with most of the things that The Price is Right shows ads for.
So the that one got me. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna put $100 on that. I've never done this. I've never gone on outside of increments of 100 on my bets, but I'm gonna do that this week. I'm gonna put $50 on the 3.5 drives. I'm gonna say under 3.5. Oh no, actually. Oh my gosh. And it's just and they have to audibly mention it, right?
Or like a graph, like it's like has to become a thing. Look, they're related. Look, there's the mom. Look, you know what I mean?
And it's brothers. It's either like the mention of the Kelsey brothers.
Kelsey brothers family, not just like good catch by Travis.
Right,
Kelsey brothers
right.
family or a Taylor Swift thing.
Like
or
referencing
like
that
a
they're
Jason
brothers.
sexiest man thing, right? Like the storyline shoves.
Oh, okay. Ooh, oh gosh. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna think
I was
that,
very close. I think it's going to be. I think that some quick drives or something. You can get a 3 and out pretty easily. Neither of these teams really do, but
I think they're going to be very conservative in their coverage of it. Kind of like, I think like there's like this balance that, you want to mention it and you want to keep the Swifties around, but you don't want to keep them around for too long.
I could see us hitting 3 in the first quarter and then stalling out there.
And I could see them showing Taylor Swift without acknowledging her.
Sure.
Like I could see that happening a bunch. So I'm going to say over 3.5 drives. I think 4 drives, I think that's possible. $50. And then I'm going to do $50 on Bailey. And I'm going to say she's going to pick the better cities to live in my opinion. And I should have asked the Kansas City, Philadelphia one. That's what I should have asked. So I'm, you know what? I'm going to do, I'm going to do under. I'm going to do under. $50 on the under.
No faith in Bailey.
Well, not.
She
Is
goes,
she right
that's
next to you?
fucked up.
You didn't have to oust me like that, man. Okay, and then I'm gonna do $300 on yes, I will be sad.
That's no fair. That's almost like me betting on the Bailey one. I know the answers.
I think the offensive line is going to give up, or the left tackle position. Sorry, not the offensive line. The left tackle position will give up more sacks, and they're rotating in a new guy this week too. They're starting a new left tackle. It's probably like their 4th left tackle this season. I think he will suck. Otherwise, why have they not been starting him all year? I think they will give up. That position will give up more sacks than the Titans score. And then that way, look, if I lose that bet, I'm still happy. Yes, I'm going to go on. I'm 2-1. I'm going to say yes. I do think they have a winning record. $200. That is my lock for the Thanksgiving, hosting Thanksgiving, get the house prepared. And then I'm just Ken. I'm taking the under for $400.
You know what would have been an interesting bet? 2-1
What?
record is the only thing that wins in Thanksgiving. 3-0 does not win.
I think I bet too much. I think I bet 1,100.
You got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You did bet 1,100. You want me to take 100 out of the Ken?
Yeah, put 300 on Ken.
I think a fun bet would have been if it was the Dallas Lions and Seattle have to go 2-1. 3-0 loses. 1-2 loses.
Ooh,
Only 2-1.
Oh damn, that's
Anyways, we got a high ceiling today for Noah's bets.
Since you give your bets first every week, you should have a bet. One of your bets be over under
The amount of time before your bets are out.
how long it takes Austin to get his bet out.
Yeah, I mean, I think I finished my bets at 9 minutes, and now we're at 30. But thank you guys so much for listening. Like and subscribing to all the podcast stuff. We're on YouTube at Cork Bats with a K. Go find Noah's comedy special. And you know what?
While you're on
listening,
YouTube.
Tweet at Noah. I don't think he's on Twitter anymore. Instagram message Noah and say you heard him on here and liked it. That helps us. People like to see that going on stuff works.
Yeah. Seriously, do that. I think that'd be fantastic.
Great. And now that we're at the end, I will let you know who Bailey picked in all the games.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Baltimore over Cincinnati. You're looking for, you said under 7.5.
Yeah, I don't
Pittsburgh
like that one.
over Cleveland. Houston over Arizona. Miami over Vegas. Detroit over
jeez.
Chicago.
Damn it,
Dallas
she's
over
picking-
Jacksonville. Jacksonville over the Titans.
Son
The
of a
Chargers
bitch.
over Green Bay. The Giants over Washington. There you might have one. San Francisco over Bucks. Buffalo over the Jets. Seattle over the Rams. Minnesota over Denver. The Chiefs over Philly. You picked like every favorite, and Austin picked the under for you picking them right.
Is she like, what is, like...
I think the Giants over Washington is the only one where she didn't pick the point favorite.
Does she work for NFL Network?
Maybe Pittsburgh over Cleveland. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening.
I love you.